Hello, boys and girls, lads and lasses, and welcome back to Let's Talk Geeky. Almost a full panel. Hello. So, see, I remember this time. I'm starting to remember.
Well,
You're getting better. You're getting better.
Getting better. I put it on half the screen so I can't miss it. So it's a big.
He's psyched.
So, what have you been up to this week? Anybody done anything fun?
Define fun.
Define fun.
Yeah. Survivable, but not too illegal.
We took down Christmas. That was, I would say, not fun. Taking down Christmas is just like one of those things because there's no like yay at the end of it. It's just like, oh, now I got to put these boxes in the overhead in the garage. Okay, that's great. But everything gets back to normal and you get back into that role. You know, you get past that initial. You know, the big season is over. Depression. There's nothing special coming up except for Mrs. of the Empire's birthday tomorrow. That's special. I keep reminding her of it, which then she hits me, which isn't cool. I actually woke up last night. She had the pillow over my face, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Nothing. Just go back to sleep. You'll be fine." So tomorrow's going to be a big day at the House of the Empire for Mrs. of the Empire. We're going to make, I got some lobsters and some filet mignon. And hopefully the weather agrees with me because we actually have rain in the land of no rain. So that's where I am right now.
Outside our house, we can hear the wind gailing. So I'm expecting to come out in the morning and something's been... The last time it happened, my roof above me went whoop over that way.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, so it's happening again, but the roof's a new roof, so. And so I'm glad the Christmas period is over because between my car and my roof, we've spent.
Are you getting an earthquake, Roman?
No, all the lights just flickered, so I was a little worried. You know, I live in California. It's always uncertain out here. The lights could go out. We could just burst into flame, fall into the sea. You know, the devil himself could rise out of the floor, and I wouldn't be surprised.
I thought you already was.
I just saw Roman react then.
We're okay with the devil himself at the moment. I think he's actually in Canada is the Prime Minister, so you're okay.
That's right, he's busy. So he's got his hands full.
Oh, he's
busy helping people with assisted suicide. So
it's obviously one of his minions that's in Sacramento in the governor's mansion then.
Yeah, I think they're brothers. It's like Satan and Beelzebub, maybe one of the the higher level demons. But he has lovely hair, so that's all.
So which ones? But the question is then.
Back to 1356.
You probably the expert. The question is blank.
Which of them is which of the demons, demonic minions has just been unseated as Speaker of the House?
Oh, which one?
Which demon was?
That's a good question. Azazel? I don't know. There's a lot of them out there.
Gabby Aggie.
Who's the one in the Exorcist? I forget the name of the one.
Zozo?
Pazuzu. Yeah, that would be appropriate because she's got the same skin tone. She spits stuff out. She's probably drunk. There's.
And we had Abaddon in Supernatural. There we go.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're actually okay in Scotland. We've got a first minister that's that bad that even the devil wouldn't come near her.
Yeah, you're Rena PM. That guy.
Isn't your first minister just a black? Isn't she just sort of the daughter of Chucky?
Yes. She basically made Chucky actually look sane and quite right wing.
Oh dear.
I just got a wee Jimmy Cranky.
So Tracy Ullman was right there.
I'm this afternoon. I was actually watching an old film I've been wanting to rewatch, and I actually made a discovery. I've answered two very important questions. The first question is who's the man, and the second question is what is the name of the doctor. And if this is the doctor you're going to get, yes, right. The answer to that question, the answer to both of those questions is hold on.
Smith?
No, actually, no. Surprisingly, it's
because he said
John.
man.
No, but actually, it's actually. I've got to work out. I can't think this way. I'm waffling on. I know how to do this correctly. I want you. I know. Come on. It's actually the doctor's name is actually.
All right.
Put it up. John Shaft.
Oh my God! I haven't seen a picture of Shaft.
I
in
was
so
I
long.
literally
Oh my
I watched
God! What a cool picture.
I watched that this afternoon, and literally, there's a bit right at the beginning when he's coming up. I thought, shooting. I can't actually find an exact picture of exactly one because it was just a film, and the film was not massively high quality. But literally, the jacket, he's got the leather jacket.
Yeah, instead of the long tweed jacket.
That's
very
very iconic.
Very similar top, and I thought that is.
Loved that growing up.
And a very cool theme tune to go with it.
Yeah, well, like I said,
this is to do with the new Doctor Who.
Yeah, but like
this
I said,
is to do with the new Doctor Who.
What I mean
So
is
we won't try and confuse you. The new Doctor is Ncuti Gatwa, and that was his outfit, the first picture. And then obviously there's the movie Shaft, and the outfits are so similar.
But the thing is, as you say, iconic. But actually, listening to the theme tune, who's the man who's going to fellow man and put himself around the people? Thinking,
that tune.
That's actually the Doctor as well. The theme tune fits half the theme tune fits the Doctor as well.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, I'm just glad I'm not watching it at the moment. So
I just wanted to welcome our lovely chat. We have a Shield Wall of Dragons. Welcome, Jacob, as always. Welcome. Julie made an appearance there. Julie, I hope you are feeling a little bit better. And if not, get well soon. We definitely miss you. Grand Moff Miranda, welcome. I think that's everybody at the moment.
Jim's in it. There's Jim there.
And our wonderful Jim the Viking. We miss you so much.
I've not got anybody to argue with.
I spoke to him earlier over the phone. He's getting better. Hopefully,
good. Definitely good to hear.
Back with us before you know.
See, that's when you need some good old-fashioned iron brew.
Oh yeah. Made from.
That's basically what keeps my voice going. So no matter how much I talk, and I'd seen my family. I'm the quiet one.
That's got it fascinating to observe.
See, we used to
and
have,
my wonderful the Darren Zone.
We didn't forget you, Darren. Honest. But see, Roman, before my father passed, we used to have spaghetti night. A Wednesday night, we would all go to my dad's house for spaghetti. They're made from my granny's recipe, so it was delicious. So there could be as many as 27 people there.
Oh my gosh! Well, I guess that's about right though. Regular.
But you could all be having different conversations with different people in the same room, and not skipping a beat. Because they all talk loud, they all talk fast, and they all talk like me. And I'm the quiet one. So my dad could actually have 3 or 4 conversations at the same time.
At the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. My mum used to shout at him because he would have a conversation with her, read a book, and watch the TV. And he never missed a beat.
Gosh.
He says that because he grew up the oldest of 7. He had to learn to actually do multiple things at the same time.
They say men can't multitask.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not letting me do it.
Oh, Wendy,
I'm trying to share a picture. It's not letting me do it. It's fine.
Yeah, I've already down most of it.
Go, girl.
Damn.
Yeah, the last time I had a wee tipple on stream, I finished the whole litre bottle.
Are we allowed to show the label?
Yeah, why not?
That's what's on the menu tonight. Where are you? Abbott.
Abbott! Hey,
Abbott!
Hey, that guy.
Oh God, just like that.
So I was going to say, in that case, is it Scottish? Is it Jimmy Abbott? Was it Jimmy? Was his character? It was Jimmy, wasn't it? Russ Abbott's character.
No,
Yeah, see you, Jimmy. Yeah,
Asda's own version of Iron Brew, which is spelt properly, and the Lidl's version and all the other versions do not count. It's Iron Brew, IRNBRU.
Are you trying to get the sponsorship?
Yes, I've been trying to get sponsorship for years. See, the amount I buy of that, I drink about 2 liters a day.
You deserve a sponsorship, PJ.
It's true.
I'm a big fan of Diet Iron Brew. So I've always got... there was a meme I did actually record, and I had piles of it all behind me. That's normally... I just emptied my cupboard that day just to make a wee meme. But that was a while back, and I've only got half of that left. I keep stocking it. My wife actually constantly go to whatever store, and it's basically piled in. There's about 4 or 5 2-litre bottles. That's 2-3 times a week.
It's like me and whiskey. Same thing.
Yes. But Bars Iron Brew, the other national drink. That was the advert for that. So whiskey was the national drink, and Bars Iron Brew was the other national drink.
Excellent.
Scotland.
I still never had, because they don't sell it over here. I wish they did. You gotta. I don't know if you could ship it because it would probably explode and travel. I just get a soggy package and an angry mailman.
The closest I would say in taste is kind of like root beer. Kind of has a little bit of a root beer taste, but almost like kind of a combination of root beer and birch beer.
Or root beer and nectar of the
birch beer. Yeah, that's probably the
closest. I've had sarsaparilla before. That was a moon ago. And then Moxie was a strange cola beverage we had in the Northeast. It was a cola, but it just had a very peculiar taste, and it had like a big orange label on it. It was another kind of old timey beverage, but the Northeast is the only place I've ever had it or seen it. Regional things, we don't have shit here in California. It's all normal. It's all, basic bitch stuff in California. There's nothing extraordinary down here.
Do you know how Coca-Cola is the best-selling beverage, soft drink in most places? Scotland's the only place where it's not.
That's because you guys are really stubborn, but good on you, because, screw the big guys. That's what I say.
That's the way I say it. It's just so, cheers to the brew. Cheers to Bars. See, if I put at Bars in all my streams, it means that their channel would get tagged every time and they would see me.
It sounded like you said Akbar then. I was just like...
It's a trap! No, we're not nerds at all. That was...
No, not at all.
It's a trap!
Where did he go? I have Admiral Akbar somewhere. Where did he go? Oh, he's up there.
Yeah, is that your cat's name?
I love Admiral.
You named your cat Admiral Akbar?
No, it is the definite article. He's up there somewhere. I don't know what I did with him. He kept flinging himself off the shelf, so I had to move him.
Oh dear! No, I understand that.
He thought there was. He says every time he went on the shelf, he felt like a trap. So
I gotta go. So we were out walking today, and we saw the lady was walking 2 little Scotty Terriers, and I'm like, if I got one, I would name him Montgomery Scott. And Mrs. The Empire's like, you can't do that. It's too on the nose. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? If he's a Scotty, I have to be able to. And she's like, no, so we're never getting that kind of dog.
Yeah,
fine.
People, I'm going to be back in about 10 minutes or so. I've got a connection problem with my PC.
Okay,
no problemo.
So I won't be long, okay?
No problems.
See you when you get
special
back.
Tool.
Yeah.
Special tool.
Yeah.
We just stop calling it
Clarkson method. Hit it with a hammer.
That's terrible. Calling him a special tool. That is no nice.
So the question is, PJ, can you actually get Iron Brew in a bar?
Yes.
This is Bars Iron Brew.
Does it come in cans as well, or just bottles?
Yes, it comes in cans. Bottles that size, and litre bottles, 2 litre bottles, 1.5 litre bottles.
See.
So there's a lot.
That's a thing.
You can also get fiery, but I don't like fiery.
Too spicy, too dark?
It's too spicy, yes. And I now drink when I drink the normal stuff, the fat brew, is I find it too syrupy.
You're a finicky man. As a Scot, I would think you're running around in a kilt, chasing a haggis or whatever you do with them, and playing football, throwing trees. But you're a finicky man. all right, that's fine.
Because I will only throw a treat on the third Sunday after Pentecostal, so that's the only day I do it. The rest of the time, it's actually, you know what I mean. I'll throw a branch, but only if the dogs will bring it back. So far, I've thrown 3,417, and I've not brought it back once. But I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying.
Oh dear.
Okay, here's something interesting about Iron Brew in the USA. It suggests that it's available, except that it's slightly changed insofar as the sugar content. So I guess classic Iron Brew is made with cane sugar, according to Google, and not HFCS or high fructose corn syrup. And due to FDA regulations on color additives and labeling, Iron Brew is specially formulated for the US market using FDA-approved dyes. So, in theory,
you
get Amazon.
Yeah, that'd be like us getting Coca-Cola, but it's not actually quite Coca-Cola, and it's not quite the same color as Coca-Cola. It's not quite the same taste as Coca-Cola. It's not in the same bottles as Coca-Cola.
This does not meet with PJ's approval.
And Roman, see if you get yourself a wee Scotty dog, you need to buy him a jumper.
Yay!
Oh,
Don't give him a win for it.
Oh, I love it. That's
so
good.
The caption I've got for that one is "Beam me up, Scotty."
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
There's no more biscuits down here.
Hey, I shared a picture over on our Twitter page. It wouldn't let me copy it into the private chat. Jacob Ironside made this meme for me the other day, and I didn't get a chance to show it because I got distracted because I had like 4 White Russians. So, but we were covering the Coen brothers, and we were talking about the Big Lebowski.
Yeah, I saw that.
He made this delightful meme, and it was just so funny.
As soon as I saw it, I thought, yep,
but it was just brilliant. So that's me and Blair to Blair.
The big Romansky.
I think I look like Russell Crowe in this picture, and that's causing me some anxiety.
There is a bit of Russell Crowe going on there, yeah, and a bit of John Goodman with Blair,
right? It just looks so good. So thank you, Jacob Ironside. Cheers, you did a good job.
Nice.
So I showed that to Mrs. of the Empire, and she just laughed and laughed.
And Roman, I definitely agree. See, No Country for Old Men. I did not like that. The Big Lebowski, I know a couple of them were saying they didn't like it as well. I could understand why, but it's one of those ones that it's an interesting watch. But if you had a choice of that and No Country for Old Men, I think No Country for Old Men would be under the toilet seat.
See, I love that movie. There are Coen Brothers movies that I'm not a fan of. I don't like the singing one. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? For a couple of reasons. I don't like George Clooney, and I don't prefer musical type movies. And I know it was the Odyssey, but I just didn't like it. And then there's like other ones that I just haven't seen, like Miller's Crossing. I know a lot of people have seen it. I've never seen it. Barton Fink. I don't know what a Barton Fink is. And then I actually didn't finish the Buster Scrubs thing, which is like their latest. They did it for Netflix.
Was it Buster Scruggins, not Buster Scrubs?
I honestly don't. I know Buster was the first name, and
I didn't know if it was the one that was called The Ballad of Buster Scruggins.
Yes, it's that whatever that is. And there was that funny meme with the hanging, and that was like the first episode, and that was the funniest one. And we got like 2 or 3 into it, and it just didn't grab me, and it is what it is.
I thought it was actually okay, but yeah, it was very niche. It was looking for a certain audience, and it knew it was looking for a particular audience. It wasn't a very generic one where 1 week it basically they had a bit of everything in it. It was aimed at, it's the same as you said, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I thought that was mediocre at best, but Sometimes I like music in it. Sometimes I don't. It depends on the type of. If I'm looking for a musical, there's certain ones I will look at.
It just didn't grab me. I'm not a big musical kind of guy. I mean, which is weird. We talked about this before. You the joke is that you hate musicals, but you also like musicals. So same. But then there's like Fargo. Fargo, I love. I think for me that's a perfect Coen Brothers movie because it's got the great blend of their quirky comedy plus the heavier elements. So I just, but I like them anyway. The meme was the main reason I wanted to talk about this. I thought the meme was really freaking funny. I was watching Star Trek 6 this morning. We're doing that show over on Jacob's channel on Tuesday. I like Star Trek 6. I don't love Star Trek 6. And Jacob, don't beat me up in the chat about it. I think it's good. It's way better than Star Trek 5 because nearly anything is. When I say nearly, that would be all of the new Star Trek is actually not better than Star Trek 5. But Star Trek 6 is good. It's just not great.
You mean nearly every real Star Trek is better than because real Star Trek ended with Enterprise.
Yes, all regular Star Trek, real Star Trek, OG Star Trek, and Next Gen. I'll throw Next Gen in there. Is better, but current era Star Trek is not better than anything really. Nothing. Not even Spock's brain.
Okay. What? As long as you're meaning in the Star Trek universe, okay, that's okay. Or in the world of Star Trek, that's okay. In the
yes, specifically. I mean, like Velma, for instance, is not.
Yes, as good. That's where I was going.
Star Trek 5. I would rather watch Star Trek 5 than watch Velma. So it is. It's a weighted thing.
Yeah, I'm actually nearly finished watching Voltron. Legendary Defender, so I'm literally watching the whole animation. 8 seasons, and once I finish
that's a lot of Voltron.
It is. I've got another 7 movies.
I saw that. I just noticed what Jacob put in the chat as well.
They haven't done a period piece set in the medieval times called I'm sorry.
Every single one of the Coen Brothers films you make, I think, nope, never seen it.
I've only seen one of the Coen Brothers that were mentioned that I'm aware of, but memory is like.
Yeah, well, I've got the Big Lebowski and Oh Brother Where Art Thou. I saw No Country for Old Men today, and I deliberately avoided it.
I love that movie. I love that movie so much. I just appreciate the dark journey. I love Antoine Chigurh as a villain. He's just brilliant. The whole coin thing.
Jacob, see when you're unsubscribing, make sure it's his channel.
I know. Damn it, Jacob. I thought we had a relationship. Speaking of subs, if you're out there and you haven't subbed to PJ's channel, sub to PJ's channel. He needs 4 more to get to 600. But don't stop at 4. Keep going. Keep giving until it hurts and give more after that.
And more.
You said it. I mean, I was watching the Lotus Eaters did a film review thing on Mulholland Drive, and I'm thinking, actually,
that's Lynch.
I've seen was June.
Yeah,
I don't think he had a films of his name, which I don't think I've ever seen.
Most of the times, I must admit, growing up, when I was watching movies, I never really noticed who directed it. No. I did see them, like things like a John Ford film and stuff like that, but to me, they were just. I was looking. What actors John Ford? I mean, what? That type of thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I don't. But as I said, I mean, all these films are making. Never seen that one. No, never seen that. Never seen that. I sound like you. I don't go by the directors, but by the film title. No, I've never seen films that were particularly interesting. Me. This from that film, whatever. So.
Yep.
Well, they are kind of a niche. Well, they are. I mean, they have a particular style that is very much recognizable. And I do actually. I look at directors because there are directors out there that I don't like, and there are directors I think are horribly overrated. and I don't remember the girl's name, and you'll have to forgive me for that, who won an Oscar, but then went on to direct The Eternals.
Yeah. It's the same idea. You look at Taika Waititi.
Oh,
Some of his stuff is
Taika!
Some of his stuff is really good.
Yeah.
Some of it is the biggest.
He soured me now, though. He soured me, dude.
Yeah,
Jojo Rabbit, I thought
some of it is really good, and some of it is so bad. You're thinking, is this the same person?
Yeah.
I think he's schizophrenic, and he's good. The good side does good movies, and the bad side does bad movies.
I think the bad side does Marvel movies.
Well, that's the same. Bad and Marvel. Is that not just a?
It's synonymous now. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, he was an indie director to start off with, and now he's just gone full Hollywood. So that's the problem.
Thank you.
You should never go full. You should never go full Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely don't do that. Don't go through Hollywood. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, J.J. Abrams. What is he talking about? I'm looking at Jacob Ironside. Roman's favorite director is J.J. Oh, no, Jacob. Why you got to do me like that, man? That's not cool.
But see how you've had all these directors, the female directors, doing self-inserts. J.J. Abrams is actually accordingly got his self-insert into the Ant-Man movie. It's Murdoch. Big round head on a wee platform.
That's so ridiculous.
Okay, so Kelly, the only question that brings to mind for anybody of our generation is: does that mean your mother was does that mean your mother was famous? If she went to a high school for performing arts.
Roman, it's like when you make a squeak noise, the dog goes.
Colin has the ability to throw me with almost everything he says. Like,
the New York High School Performing Arts is where the film and TV series Fame was set.
Yes, Fame, I'm gonna live forever.
That's the one.
To fly. No, that I've watched it. Irene Cara.
Irene Cara
big difference.
Replaced by Erica Gimple in the TV series. Not that I've watched the series and have every single album the kids from Fame released or anything. No, I was never into it.
I don't have the movie or the TV show. Honest.
No. That is a TV show.
I literally don't have any of these things. I can say that. I barely know what we're talking about.
Like, if you've not got any of them, does that make you cooler than us?
I think it does. Actually, I think just
by default.
By not having the thing, it makes me just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'm going to ask if you heard someone howling earlier. That's my little brother listening to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang at the moment.
No, there's a movie. There is a movie. Chitty Bang Bang.
Good taste.
Bang. Oh,
wow. I love it. I still hum the songs from that occasionally.
Remember, we've not picked anything for Wednesday yet because I was going to do Captain Scarlet, but with me and Alec are going to do a collaboration later on. So we need to pick something for Wednesday. So I was thinking of bringing one of the movies that I had all forward. And one of the ones for the next couple of weeks is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. So you want to bring that forward for Wednesday? Chitty Bang Bang.
I can't comment because I'm.
You know what? If you're doing Chitty Chitty Bang Bang on Wednesday, I'll stick my little brother in the chair instead because he loves that movie.
Yeah, it's just because we need to bring something forward because I've obviously bounced Captain Scarlet. So
yes, announcement will be made later on about that.
Yeah. So we need to actually think of what we're doing Wednesday because I've not even had put anything up on the channel or nothing. So unless somebody's got a suggestion for Wednesday,
Debbie does.
No, we're not talking about your private viewing. We're talking about general viewing.
And just like that,
just like that, we were cut off.
I think you'll find it's nice to know that you're a fan of the actress Deborah Shelton.
Just like that's all.
No, she did There was an actress. There was an actress in Dallas called Deborah Shelton.
Ah, gotcha.
I
really was a Debbie who did Dallas.
Nothing.
She was actually quite attractive.
Really scrumptious.
Yeah.
Holy scrumptious. Yeah. I'm thinking about it. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Do you know what scared? It still scares the bejesus out of me with that film was the child catcher.
I thought you was going to say that.
Yeah.
That was
the wee pointy long nose, the black outfit, the black.
Because I love horror. I mean, I was both like strangely intrigued by him, but he was so terrifying.
Yeah.
He was on the way to Krampus. You know, he was like really scary.
So there's a story. It's not one of the widely published stories, but it's a story by Philip K. Dick.
Yeah.
That actually has a similar theme to that. It's very dark. It's essentially, and I don't want it's parents can choose to have their children removed while they're walking around living. And it's a truck. It's very similar to an ice cream truck, and they play the music and then they come and collect the kids. It's a creepy story. It's very short. I mean, it's not even novella. It is just a story. I don't remember what the title of it is. Mrs. of the Empire showed it to me. I was like, man, even for Philip K. Dick, this is dark stuff.
Wow.
Children.
But that's what that reminds me of. Oh, dear God. Oh. Dear YouTube, please don't cancel us. It's a joke. He doesn't have a van.
It's a horse-drawn carriage with a chitty bang bang.
Oh,
so,
Lord.
I know it sounds terrible, but you think about it. They still nowadays. If they made that, he would be the cool guy that everybody loves, instead of be the deviant who's chasing children and try to get them in the back of a van. You keep cutting out, Colin.
The most amazing thing for me about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is that it was written by the guy that created James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Ian Fleming.
Ian Fleming, aye.
Cool.
I didn't know that. Wow.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. Basically, after they actually gave him the mushrooms to see if he could actually do something better, he did that instead.
And Colin, I was just reading your comment. Apparently, the one character they haven't touched yet is Scooby, but they kind of did the sort of weird CGI animation Scooby with the Scooby-Doo movie.
Scooby is not in Velma. There is no Scooby in Velma. That's what's called Velma.
Oh, that would be a better way to say that.
That's an hour of my life I will not be getting back.
Thankfully, I've not watched it. I've only heard about it, but I was watching Friday Night Takes, and the fact that, as they were saying, they called Shaggy Norbert.
Yeah.
And they were basically saying they should have still called him Shaggy, because there was a joke. Anytime a crime happened, wasn't me. They could have actually had Shaggy saying, "Was it me?" But they missed that joke by changing it, because they didn't want the stoner to be black, but they made the black guy the stoner. It's nuts.
Yeah, Clifton Duncan was not having any of that.
No, I know.
I'm still seriously confused as to why unless it's the art style, their idea of an Asian, as in what I would call Indian, Pakistani, IC4, that part of Asia person is apparently a European face just with brown makeup on. And I'm seriously confused with what part of China or Japan that is. With white face and still with very, very red hair. I'm very confused by Velma. Well, yeah, I'm very confused. Well, actually, no, I'm not confused by Velma at all, because it's what they crap. But
yeah, but that's the whole thing. Is somebody says that if they'd made those characters, it wouldn't have been as much of a kick up, and they did it deliberately to cause the kick up, because nobody's watched it. But the problem is, it shows the grooming nature of the people who behind the show. because they think it's edgy that you're seeing 15-year-old kids in the shower. Arg.
Nosferatu agrees.
Yes.
He heard that, and he's out of here, man.
Yeah. He would have stayed too if it wasn't for you darn kids. But that's what I'm saying. It shows the mentality of these people who think this is edgy. It's basically they're effectively saying, watch it because there's nudity. You mean there's 15-year-old kids nudity? Sorry.
Yes.
Nice job, guys. And there's and one of the problems out there is parents who aren't paying attention, which is a lot of parents, will think this is a Scooby-Doo show, a modern Scooby-Doo show, and they'll, oh, cool, hey, watch this. I love Scooby-Doo as a kid, kids, and I'm going to go in the other room and whatever the hell that I do with my life. And then the kids are like, Dad! Because it's not for children. This is clearly not for children. Just like that Tool fat guy, Seth Rogen, his Santa Inc. wasn't for children, though it's marketed like it is, but then clearly it's not.
Of course it's not. But that's the point. They deliberately blur those lines because what they're saying is we're going to make something that's fun for all the family. Well, it's not for kids, but they're deliberately doing it because they want kids to watch all this grooming material. And that's what it shows how much of a pervert they all are. They want kids to deliberately watch it.
I did catch the father's stream yesterday, and he did show that clip from the Venture Brothers. And that was
the one with Scooby.
Yeah, that is the best the best.
That was funny.
Way they could, I know, because I remember watching that.
That is your perfect subverting the expectations, because what they've done is they've taken the characters exactly and says, well, if we updated it a bit and made it real, and then it's only Shaggy can hear Scooby.
Yeah.
How would Scooby act, or how would Shaggy act? They would be crazy because nobody believes him that the dog could talk. You know what I mean? The Venture Brothers one was just superb.
I just like that. I also like the Scooby Entertainment with a German accent.
To be quite actually, man, I would really, really like them. I think they should get back into the habit of subverting our expectations, simply because the only way they could subvert our expectations is by making something actually watchable.
Yeah.
And that's basically, I heard that part of Miranda about the opening, and it was not a case of just thinking, it stayed on it for a while.
Yeah. I was on.
And you're sitting there thinking, are these people actually deranged that their opening for the TV show is what, 1 minute or 2 minutes of cockroaches having sex?
Yeah.
That's just...
And it shows the mentality of the people behind it. This is cool, look. Really?
I came up with a theory. What's something that I was typing a comment, and I just suddenly theory struck me.
That was different. That was definitely made for adults. They didn't even hide the fact it was deliberately done. Although it was puppets, they deliberately made it so it wasn't for kids, and they never showed it in a way it looked as if it was made for kids.
No, exactly.
If they had made it in puppets and they always showed all the friendly bits of Team America, then that's their difference. But they showed all the bits that you would say, you're not watching that to a kid because you knew what it was about beforehand.
It also had an R rating. It wasn't just on a streaming service. That was before streaming services existed. So, that's one of the bad things, one of the many bad things about streaming services, is because they can just dump content out there and you have no idea it's even there until you hear about it, or you accidentally wander into the room while your kid's watching and you're like, oh my God, what are you watching? If you don't have your parental control set, and you probably should.
Sorry, I'm too old. I can't remember what a bird looks like. Oh no, sorry, that's a Scottish term. Sorry, a bird.
PJ, good news. You're up 1 subscriber at the moment. You've got 3 to go.
Yeah, no, that was Jacob. That was Jacob actually says he'd actually used his backup account to subscribe.
Good.
That was Jacob. Thank you.
Remember, people, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Right, you have a backup account?
I've got a backup account. I've got a backup account as well.
Really? I don't feel like I'm that important.
That's the only reason I use the backup account, because it allows me to see what's happening if the channel's something's been hit with it. So people say things like, "Oh, your channel that video's no showing." When I go into it, it shows because it's my channel. So I've got a backup, so I can go in and see how it looks
as another.
As another, yep.
So you got a backup of a backup, another backup of another backup.
Yeah, I've got.
Well, I'll maybe create another 3 backups just to get my subs up.
Oh, yeah, I've got my normal.
Actually, I've got 1,000 subscribers. I do have 1,001 accounts, but I've got 1,000 subscribers.
I've come up with this theory. I've got a feeling actually that all the reason for all this modern day stuff being absolute crap is actually it's a sales technique. It's to increase the sales of legacy media, because
it's actually increase the sales of drugs.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I can foresee Velma comes out and everybody. I can see massive upsells in classic Scooby-Doo DVDs.
Well, they're spending a hell of a lot of money. They're spending millions to make millions.
Or they're
spending tens of millions to make millions. So,
are they more vanity projects though? More than profitability projects, you know.
That's what they reckoned that is at the point. It was a case of they were making them because people were giving them the money to make them. Now they're actually, if they're actually looking for a profit, that's different. So if they're getting investors, then it'll be different. It'll change because the investors want money back. But if people are giving them it for a vanity project, then they can do what they want, and that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard the rumours that they're doing it deliberately to basically kill the franchises. Because if they kill the franchises, the only franchise you've got is the ones they put out.
Yeah.
So if they destroy the old stuff, you'll no longer want to watch the old stuff, and you'll be looking for something new, and that's what they're wanting you to do. Look for something new. Because I don't watch any new stuff. I don't watch any new stuff. So for me, it'd be a lost cause if they bring me. So, and if something's really good, I usually get about 3 or 4 people telling me it's really good, and then I maybe give it a look see. But so for me, it's not a major issue, because no matter how bad they damage the new stuff, I don't care enough to watch it to see it damaging.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see the new stuff coming out, like Wheel of Time, which destroys my books, it just reinforces it not to watch anything new.
Yeah, Gary was talking about yesterday that, and this is his theory. He's like, I want them to make more of this right now so that it all burns out. It's the more you put out there, the more people are going to hate it, and the more, the quicker it's going to stop. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that though. Because what you just said, it is franchise killing stuff. I mean, it's hard to talk about Star Trek with a straight face these days. Unless you're going, back in time. You're talking, legacy stuff. Doctor Who, that's a minefield. Star Wars. I mean, Bad Batch is out right now, and my son and I watched the one last year, but after this year and enduring Boba Fett and Kenobi, I got to say my Star Wars meter is pretty well pegged. It's like I don't care. I've heard it's all right, but I don't care enough to watch. Not even for content purposes. It's just like I just don't have the energy for it.
No, I don't either.
The same again. It's the same as like somebody will say, season 1 was really good, 2 was okay, 3 was really bad, but 4's coming out and it's meant to be better. Actually, sorry. If I get to season 3 and season's that bad that I'm stopped watching it, why would I give it another chance? Sorry, if you've destroyed the characters, why would I go watch season 4 because, it's got better? Tough, you've already driven me away, I'm not coming back. So no matter what they do, Doctor Who's would work the same idea. Doesn't matter how good Shooty is and how good they are faithful to the character. All the stuff leading up to it that's it. I'm out. I'll just stick to my classics. Thank you very much. Good. I'm not coming back no matter what they say because they've destroyed it. Yeah. So.
I'm going to give Shooty's run a chance because I didn't invest a lot of time in Jodie. I invested one season in Jodie so I could say that I watched it, and yes, it wasn't good. And then I didn't watch the other two. I watched other people's reviews, and then I watched her finale, the last episode,
exactly what we did,
which was the best episode of her entire run because it had the least amount of Jodie in it.
Yeah. See, I did the same. I'd stopped watching it before Peter Capaldi came in. And then when he came in, I started watching it. And then I didn't even finish this run of Peter Capaldi. So once I'd come back to get a second chance, and then it got worse. And then as soon as they said they're changing, I thought, I'm out. It's bad. I'm not going back a second time. So they had one chance. They went, nope.
No, I get it. I do.
So it doesn't matter how good it gets now. I don't think I'll ever go back to it. So the good thing is I've got all the historical stuff, so I'm okay with that. As long as I can get access to that.
I didn't think I would. I really didn't think so because I was pretty disappointed, pretty let down.
Yeah.
But I just like Shooty's energy, I think. And I'm obviously willing to give it another chance because Russell's back. I know Russell's a bit Marmite for some people, but I think he's the best person at the moment that is best suited with the enthusiasm and the passion and the love of the show to bring it back. So I'm going to give it a chance. We're going to give it a chance and just see how we go. If it's not doing it for us, then we won't keep watching it. But we'll, we've never missed a season of Doctor Who until Chibnall came on the scene. We did watch all of his first season, and we're just like, WTF is this?
That's what I did. When it started back, me and my friend would be sitting watching it, texting each other while we're watching it, and afterwards, and it would be the silly jokes like, "What you having to eat? I'm having fish fingers and custard," and that type of thing. Stupid. Yeah. I mean, we would actually be texting backwards and forwards. And I would buy the DVDs. And it was just one day I'd realised, I turned around and all my DVDs all my classic stuff were all rewatched. All my new stuff were still in the DVD. The cases had never been opened. So I never rewatched it. So it was a case of, really? And then that's when they started the stupid stuff. And then I thought, nah, it's just getting to the point. It's not for me. I'm buying stuff that they're not even opening. So I've never rewatched them. The thing is, I can remember a lot of the stuff, and then Peter Capaldi goes, give it another chance, and it looked good, and then they started all the man. Oh, what's that face? You can't do that. That looks terrible, na man. And you're sitting there thinking they're already started slagging the male, the doctor, putting him in as the background actor in his own story, and I thought
that was horrifying. Yeah, it just seemed like such a drastically
wrong. As soon as Bill came in, it got really bad. So I never saw the final one of him regenerating, and I never watched anything.
I said, don't wait, Wendy Roman. I'm like you, and I don't.
Oh, lost you again,
Colin. You keep cutting out.
I know it's particularly tonight. By not watching Jodie, don't worry, none of us have missed any Doctor Who. There's no Doctor Who in Chimble.
Very true. Yeah, I thought they didn't do Capaldi. I mean, a lot of the writing in Capaldi's era, especially the last season, was not good.
Sorry, Kelly, I thought that said R2D2, and I thought, what are you watching?
I thought the same thing when I saw it. I was like, because they had an ending for Capaldi within the series, and then they came back and did the Twice Upon a Time. And there were elements of Twice Upon a Time that I thought were interesting, but overall, I didn't prefer the episode.
I'd heard rumors of it, and I'd heard reviews of it, and the parts people were telling me about it. All I thought was, so they reintroduced the first Doctor just to make him look like a sexist, racist.
Yes.
So I'm glad I didn't watch it because we know how William. But the thing is, they're now saying, "Oh, see the actor and the character that actor played, they're the same." They've done it with Doctor Who because William Hartnell because he was a man of his time, he was a bit sexist. Because
don't understand
don't understand it was of his time because he was born. He died in the
5, I think.
75.
Yeah,
right, and he was a decent old age. So you're talking about he lived through two world wars, and he lived a long time. So the world has changed, but they're now saying because he was sexist, then the Doctor was sexist. They did the same with Chekhov. Wasn't it? It was Chekhov because Walter Kearn is no Walter Kearn. Oh God, Sulu it was Sulu.
Yeah.
Remember in the movie,
George Talentless.
they made Sulu gay because.
In the new movie.
Yeah,
they made the character gay because the actor is gay, and you're sitting there thinking. These people are nuts. They think the character and the actor are the same person.
They're not the same.
I will give for all his wokeness. I will give George Takei credit for that. He turned around and said no. He said Chekhov Sulu should not be gay just because he acted at the main first. And George Takei came out
exactly. But it's the fact is it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's them.
Yeah.
These nutcases.
Yeah. He managed to win.
So if they see you. If they watch Roots now, they would see those actors and think, "Oh, they're racist." They're actors. They were acting a particular part. They had to be that way, or else the movie didn't work, or the TV show didn't work. But they think, "Oh, because he said that, he must be racist." You mean something that somebody wrote for him? That him and the black actors were sitting around rehearsing and saying, "Well, I don't feel comfortable saying, listen, it's part of the effort. Just do it." Because you've seen actors coming out saying, when I did this and I had to say this, I felt really bad. And he says, but it was so-and-so who said to me, he says, listen, that's no you. You're acting someone. So if you're saying it as part of the scene, what's wrong with that? It's part of establishing the character, not you. So
you can't tell the story if you don't have the part.
Yeah,
the thing is though that they're not capable of following the logic through to its conclusion, because if what they say is true, you can never have any more movies. You can't have any superhero movies, for example, because Mark Ruffalo hasn't been turned. Neither Mark Ruffalo nor Tatiana Maslany can turn into big green monsters. More to the point. You can't have a series. You can no longer have a World War II movie because any actors playing the Japanese or the Nazis must, by definition, be imperialist, nationalist, Japanese or Nazis, and therefore must be cancelled. So they can't be in the film in the first place. So you're left only with
portraying them have to be cancelled because they.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is if you've got Nazi characters, if you've got Imperial Japanese characters, for example. Just for the World War II, or early World War II Italian characters, by these idiots' own or Nazis, and therefore those actors, because they're Nazis, must be cancelled. So they can't be in there.
But that's the problem. These nutcases think the actor and the character are the same, and it shows they think that because they change characters to match the actors later on.
Jacob.
I'm not on that. I mean, Velma is actually a superb example of this, right? Yes, I know, but
Velma.
Their argument is, as far as I understand it, their argument is people can only see themselves on screen, can only empathise with a character if they can see themselves. Okay, fine. So where are they aiming this show? I'm guessing they're probably aiming it mainly for the Anglosphere, North America and Europe, right? Okay, so for starters, there were no, as my understanding was, there were no white women in this. So that's no white women are going to be interested in watching this show because they can't see themselves represented. No gay white men. So only one straight white male character. So straight white men.
No, you made sure that was represented because they had the scene where in the hall in a school, the two of them were going at it as if they were actually alone.
Yeah, what I'm saying is
thought, well, in schools, this is what happens. You don't have two straight people do that, never mind two gay people do that in school because they're in school.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that their argument is this is why they gender swap race all right for the main characters. So all white, all
their own rules.
Yeah, all white men are now supposed to see themselves as Fred. Fred's going to be the butt of the joke. So very few people outside of male feminists are themselves as that.
Myself as Fred.
Yeah, so they're not going to be interested, right?
Because they keep going on about his pinky.
Only red-headed Chinese women can see themselves in Daphne. So that's any non-red-headed Chinese potential audience out the window. That's only female audience. So half the Chinese audience gone. Shaggy is now a black male, and who I understand himself he's a beta male. So so I'm not quite sure how that's going to play with the macho African American population. No Hispanic, so that goes out all of Hispanic Americans. So all the Hispanic Americans, and the lead character is apparently an insane lesbian.
And even
Indian Pakistani one.
She's unlikable. She was unlikable.
So nobody.
Colin, do you know? Did Mindy write that for herself, or was she cast?
Oh, you can guarantee she wrote that for herself.
Yeah,
because it seems like a huge self-insert. Look, I'm going to be Velma. Okay, great. Because basically, what Colin just said was this show was written for nobody.
Exactly. Yes. Who was it written for?
Yeah, it was.
Nobody.
It was written for 5 people, and if they can find those 5 people in the world, then you're fine.
But the thing is, then when by their own logic, no one watches the show, they're then going to turn around and say people are sexist and racist and homophobic and misogynist and all this crap. When no, it's just that by your logic, no one's watching it because no one can see themselves in the show. So this is your worldview, not ours.
I know, but their worldview only counts for them. It doesn't count for anybody else.
Yes, exactly. Everything else, everybody else must support them.
You guys used to watch. Did you ever watch The Jeffersons?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yep. Grew up on them.
Oh, I loved it, Jeffersons. Basically, the Flintstones was my favourite, but I did watch the Jeffersons. Because I saw myself in my flying car.
Hold on, mate.
The Jetsons, Peter.
I was going to say, hold on a second.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about the Jetsons. Sarah Jefferson, sorry. What was it? I don't know what the Jeffersons
I don't
was.
think we had the Jeffersons.
Wasn't it the American Black family?
I'm with you there, PJ. I'm exactly with you. I'm in exactly the same way. Jetsons.
No, the Jeffersons was that the Black family.
We did. Yeah, we
did get it over here, but I only saw a few episodes. But it was like watching the Cosbys or whatever.
It's dissimilar. I mean, it's a show about a black family. That's what the show was about.
We did get. What was the one with the kid?
It was very popular. It was immensely popular.
Different Strokes. You're thinking of
Different Strokes. Yeah, we did get Different Strokes.
Like the midget and the weird old guy. I thought it was
thing with Cole.
Gary Cole.
Gary Coleman.
What did you talk about, Lewis?
See, I liked him and Buck Rogers.
Yes.
Rogers is the man from the future.
He was. He was very good in that.
I have a Tweaky action figure back here somewhere in this mix.
You got a Twinkie? It's a
Tweaky, the little fellow with Dr. Sorry.
I thought you had
is it my accent? Is it my accent disrupting words for you?
I don't understand these foreign accents.
If you're going to Tweaky action figure, that probably should be paired up with a Jodie. A Tweaky action figure should probably be paired up with a Jodie Sonic screwdriver. They're going to have something in common.
Yeah, both of them look just a pair of dicks.
But
yes.
Whoa! What the? God, go away for a second. Here,
you go away for a second. That's what happens. Hold on.
I know.
Missed the button.
Me.
Check him out.
He's
Dr. Theopolis on there.
I hated that little character so much.
Come on, focus.
It almost looks like Lego. So
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
There it is.
Yeah, it's there. That's cool. Even Dr.
Yeah.
Zeus on his chest as well.
Yep, that's back from when I was just a little kid. That's
that is
I
a bit of
I think that must be. I think
1365.
Theophilus was in season 2, was it?
Yeah.
Because season 2 they went back to Brunette Wilma and they were on the spaceship, weren't they, for the whole series?
That was my Captain Adama from back in the day I bought recently. It's still in good condition. So he gets pride of place. So he does. Adama. See, I like the old action figures. That's a Captain Adama, a classic one. I bought it a while back and it's still in perfect condition. It wasn't a one that I owned. I've only got an Eagle that I owned when I was a kid.
Yeah, I don't have much left from. I mean, I've got that. I've got a box in the overhead. I'm gonna break down because I have some models that I want to break out of Enterprise and things like that somehow survived these many, many years. And I want to hang them in the back here. I just got to figure out how to do it. Not have them fall in my current collection or break. So it's
my brother's got the full collection of videos for Next Generations. He bought and he's got an Enterprise from the next,
like video, like tapes,
videos. Yes, he's still got this big collection of them all up in his attic with the Enterprise as well, because he was a big TNG fan.
No, I have a next gen ship up there. I have Enterprise D.
It's about that size, and it lights up.
Yeah, you press the buttons, it makes the sounds. The nacelles light up, and the deflector dish lights up as well. And I've got a Klingon battle cruiser up there that I built.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm gonna break those up. I got to get up there and fight the spiders and the scorpions and the ghosts. And find that box of stuff. I also, because I saw you, remember we talked yesterday about your Londo Mollari. I've got a Londo Mollari that I know is up there because I got Chikara's down here. I don't know why Londo's up there, but he is. So I need to get him down with the rest of the collection.
Up there, I've got a Sheridan, Jakar, Hanover, a Londo, a Veer, and Delenn up there. But they're only the
standard size figures, right? Not like the big guy in the back. I love that one so much.
I've got the 12-inch ones, and it's and that's the two I managed to pick up. I've still not managed to find it anymore. It's just trying to find ones at a decent price. I can find them if I was willing to pay.
Right. It's like anything. It's like albums. I'm finding that with albums. I mean, there are certain ones that I'm looking for Mrs. of the Empire. She asked for a couple specific things for her birthday. And because it's her birthday, I went with a higher price bracket than I normally would have gone. And they're albums that you shouldn't think are hard to find, but they're freaking hard to find. So it's like, all right.
I do think about you quite a lot because I go into charity shop. There's albums after albums after albums in charity shops. I don't look at them because it's music, but I do. As I walk past, I think Roman would love that.
It's true. It's a weakness. I looked at my catalog yesterday. Since April of last year, I have collected 150 albums.
Super.
It's a lot of money. It's a car.
Yeah, but we don't tell our wives that. Shh.
Well, she listens to them too. It's as much that's as much hers as mine, which works out nicely. As opposed to this, man. I don't know if you saw because I'm going to talk about action figures for a second. Please indulge. McFarlane has released. There's 3 new figures that are coming out that I'm excited about. There's a new Dead Man figure, which is really cool looking. There is a Batman from Kingdom Come. And McFarlane hasn't released any of those yet, so I'm hoping he's going to release the Kingdom Come line. And then another Batman. Yes, he releases a lot of Batman figures. But he's wearing the blue cowl and cape with the gray suit. And I'm like, damn it, McFarlane, damn you. So I ordered that as well.
Yeah, I did see the McFarlane 40K figures. I saw a couple of them.
Oh, those things look really nice. I sent those.
They do. They look amazing. I saw them in the shop. When I got, what was the figure I bought? Was it the Wolfman figure? When I bought the Wolfman, they had them. And it was a case of, what one to get, and then I
How
ended up
much were
going
the 40K figures going for?
£25.
Okay, so about standard then. Okay, because I wasn't sure if they were going to be more.
They weren't over top, and it was in HMV. I saw them, so it wasn't even in a toy store. It was in HMV. HMV's a record. They started off as just a music store, and obviously they diversify. They do videos. They do.
I got it. Like
CDs, records.
Because we don't even. Those stores don't really exist here anymore. Like they used to be like Tower Records or I don't know. There used to be a variety of different records.
Well, you imagine Tower Records is still
they just
there,
don't exist anymore.
They've also went on to videos and movies. They've also did T-shirts. They do toys. They do music paraphernalia. So it's basically they've diversified a bit and they've survived. They had got into administration years ago, but a few of the stores did survive.
Now it's all Target, Walmart. That's it. If you're looking for buying physical media of that type, or Amazon, of course, it's where I end up finding a lot of stuff. Because where was I? I actually went to what you would call a charity shop yesterday. Was it yesterday? Thursday. Looking for I was actually looking for the dudes, a sweater like the dudes. So I wore my robe instead. That's neither here nor there. But they didn't really have much. They had a lot of DVDs in there. But that was kind of it. Like no records, which I didn't really find surprising because I did look. And man, the toys sucked. So I was like really depressed. There's no gold here, man. There's no gold. It's just garbage. But I did find and Mrs. of the Empire wasn't happy because I found another display table that I wanted to get. It was like $7, man. But it was like perfect. And I was like, if I come home with the table, is she going to kill me? And the answer was yes. So I bought the lobsters instead.
See, I would have put the lobsters on the table and carried that in as a tray.
Look, honey, look what I found. You got lobsters in a shitty table. That's great.
So,
anyway, sorry.
I'm just laughing because obviously Marge Roman is in the house.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I told the story that my wife's work, and she's a celebrant, and she was visiting a family. And normally with our second name, people say, and they always say, is it related to this or this or this? Which I've been growing up my whole life doing it. But my wife is getting used to people saying, are you related to? And then she went like that. And the guy gave my name. And she went, that's my husband. She said, can it be your husband, Hen? It'd be too old for you. Hey! I might actually be that old, but going to stop telling people I'm that old.
You can't say it.
Obviously, I worked with a guy about 20 years ago, and he thought I was nearer his age than I am. So he just assumed I was about 20 years older than I. Hey, I'm not that bad.
Take care, Kelly, for Julie. No, Joel.
Right. Catch you next week when you're all better. Right. What I'm going to do is because I know one or two people are a wee bit ready for it.
Pick of the week.
So who wants to go first? Because I know there's a couple.
Who's got stuff? I've got stuff. Does anybody else have stuff?
I've got stuff. I've got 2 items, but I'm not ready yet.
I'm
not ready. Do you have to prepare it? Is it like some kind of chemical thing? What's going on?
The last item that you're going to be surprised about.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
If you want to go, Roman, I got to get a couple of things ready.
Mine's quick. Now, I did do a video on this week, but I still wanted to show them here because we do have some different audience members. So, so I got some What If figures from the Marvel, the Disney Plus, which kind of sucks, but the What If show was pretty good. So I've got Scarlet Witch, zombie Scarlet Witch, and I come on, focus. There you go.
I hate it.
I very much dig this figure. Her face is just creepy. She's got the weird hand thing going on. Cool figure. And then I got the Marvel Zombies Iron Man.
Yeah.
He's got no nose. His armor is all dirtied up. There we go.
He's got no nose. How does he smell? Awful.
Yeah, not so bad. But terrible. Gosh.
I said him
up.
I
like these figures, and I
it's the next one I'm looking forward to. It's the next one
I resemble that remark.
Yeah.
This thing weighs 10,000 pounds. It is the Hydra Stomper. And
it's my favorite one.
Absolutely
fantastic.
I'm not a big Iron Man fan, but I want that.
What is?
Look at that.
Look at that.
Just a really cool figure. He's got jetpacks.
And as you said, he's got a handle for the other figure.
Yeah, and the handle is for Captain Carter, who I have over here. I had to get her down because I got all the other figures down, but I've had her for a little bit. So she can attach to the back of this figure. And I haven't figured out a way to make that display work yet, just because this thing weighs so much that to put him in a flying position, which would be cool. But I need something that can actually support him and not collapse. But it was on sale, and I've been wanting it for a while, and it finally became a price that was not.
I'm not surprised. That just looks absolutely stunning.
Isn't it cool? It's like a big flying tank. So in the suit is Steve Rogers, of course, because it's from the What If series. So those are. I just wanted to show those again real fast if people hadn't seen them. And
it's Captain America. I thought he said it was Iron Man. Iron Man suit.
No, it's Hydra Stomper. Hydra Stomper Iron Fist.
Oh, Howard Stark, Tony's father, built that suit.
Oh, no, I thought you said Iron Man. Sorry, an Iron suit. Got you.
Like, because it was Hydra Stomper. So.
Hydra Stomper.
Oh, yeah. I see. Oh, yeah.
And those were, I mean, yes, people had their problems with What If. I actually thought the What If series was fun, but So anyway, that's all I got this week.
Ideal. Who's up next?
Give me a second.
When?
Do you still want a second, Alec? Yep. Just a couple of things that I didn't get to show last week because we had wheelbarrows full of stuff. Was Darren got me this amazing piece.
Awesome.
Yeah, we are just loving this. And I just haven't had the I just haven't had the nerve to take it out of the box. But because we have cats and basically they break everything. So but one of the things that really made us laugh was that it's a figure of Darth Vader, and on the bottom it says "Warning: Choking Hazard." Yeah, which struck us funny because it was just
whoever wrote that, whoever was doing that box said, "Oh, we need to put it."
Yeah, nice positioning of the text there, definitely. And the only other thing was because we are going through Supernatural for the first time. Amazingly, I know it's been out for a million years already, but Darren got me our first Supernatural license plate.
I love it.
Yay.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so that one's going up.
Put it up above your out of time.
On the wall.
Above your out of time.
Yeah, Out of Time is up there. We've got that one. We've got the General Lee plate, and we have Ecto 1. So this is the next.
That is awesome.
So that's it. Yeah, that was just a...
Yay. That is just superb.
That one, yeah. So I wish we had 2 of those Vader figures because I would so love to take it out of the box. But I just don't dare.
Yeah, I'm taking most of mine out of the box. There's 1 or 2 that haven't. So, right, Alec.
Well, did you see you sent you the theme tune, but never mind, PJ.
I didn't see the theme tune.
No, I sent you through Discord.
Right, so basically, I switched Discord down when I'm actually on here because
don't worry about it.
You would have needed to tell me.
Well, I went to a comic shop the other day and I picked this up for £15, which was a bargain. And as I presented the Blu-ray last week,
Stingray.
Nice. Very nice.
proper die cast. The missiles are missing, but you got Troy Tempest sitting in there.
Cool.
Oh wow, that's in despite the missiles, that's in pretty good nick, really.
That is. The front's a bit damaged, but I think I can get someone to repair it and that. So this ain't bad. And then I find out they're releasing a die-cast model of it, and I thought, yep, I'm gonna have that or not. So
very nice.
Right. Anyway, okay. I've got to switch to the second camera for this.
Two camera shot.
Ooh, misses.
Right. Okay. You can see me there, can't
You're bloody.
Yeah. Right. Now I've got to switch my TVs off for this because
weird, dude.
Yeah,
he's going to dance. He's going to show you his tweaky.
I'm going to switch the TVs off.
I like that. I just love that space shuttle on the top of the cupboard back there.
Right. Okay. Can still see me, can't you?
No, you're completely darked out.
Right. You ready for this?
I don't know.
I think so. I hope so.
Well, as Wendy showed Darth Vader.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yes.
And if I can find the other button.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, you got the ball one. Nice.
And I love it. Nice. And yes, it does change lights.
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
Oh, nice.
That
is awesome.
Cool.
Do you remember the Big Bang Theory episode? Yeah. That's not a light. That's a light. Nice. I like the blue. Definitely Jedi blue.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Very
man.
good.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
very
nice. You can't find the light.
They are my trainee lightsabers. So there's one I'm going to show.
So we're going to have a video of him and his brother having a fight.
No.
Dun dun.
Right, switch over to first cam.
Those are really cool.
Yeah, well, I've got one Pacific lightsaber I am going to get. I'm just going to bring it up for a second. I know this is expensive, but I thought, what the hell?
Is it the one that actually didn't get bought? The one from the new show?
No.
The Reva Saver. Oh. Well, that is.
Right. Okay, I need to do that. Hold on.
That's fancy.
Do that.
What's that from?
This is from a website called Saberforge.
But what saber is that? Whose saber?
No, it's a custom made. It's custom made.
Oh, okay. I was going to say. I mean, I haven't watched a lot of the newer Star Wars stuff anyway, so I wasn't sure if that's something that came in later on.
I am going to get that in the future when I've got the money for it.
That is pretty cool.
At the moment, this is just my trainee lightsaber. So
like the sound.
I like the sound as it's lighting up.
Great.
Yeah, that is very cool.
When you hit the lightsabers, it's like.
Oh, I can hear it now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been after these for ages. I've really been after these, but.
And who says we're big kids?
That's true.
Never, ever grow up. It is so totally overrated.
I grew old. I never grew up.
That's right.
That's superb.
That's my pick of the week, really.
Right.
Nice one.
Well
played.
Well, I've been to the charity shop. I actually picked up 30 discs, but some of them I had doubles. I didn't realise. Some of them were going for other people. So I've split the discs into two piles. There is another thing, and I'll keep that to the end. So some of the discs, they had a big collection of Westerns. So they did. So some of the ones I'd never even heard of. The Legend of God's Gun. That's a fairly newish one. It's a horror one. So it's basically like you've gotten throughout the ages, God's had his armament, his vessel, and this is in the Old West. It's God's gun. Then you've got some classic old ones. Any Gun Can Play. So, and it's got Fred Bryan, Gilbert Roland, and George Hamilton. So it's a fairly oldish one as well. And this is another new one I've never heard. Bone Tomahawk. That's another Western horror.
I have heard of that. That's
I've seen that.
It's a Western horror.
I haven't seen it.
Cannibalistic. Is it cannibalistic?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Kurt
not
Russell.
Phew, excuse me.
Bad.
I don't have time to turn my camera off for that one.
And then James Gardner one, Sissy Spacek. The Streets of Laredo.
It's a great song.
Yes.
Yep. Got that running around inside my head now.
Yes. So it's a 2-disc set. So I picked that one up. I'm looking forward to that one.
Streets of Laredo.
I picked up this
Johnny
one.
Cash.
Raquel Welch in the West.
Oh,
yeah.
Hannah Calder.
Oh, Hanny Calder. That's a
Christopher Lee.
Yeah, you would not get that made these days.
You wouldn't get this made these days. So she's the sexiest gunslinger around.
Have you seen it?
Not yet. I've seen clips of it.
No,
she's stoning about with a poncho, nothing on except a gun.
No, that's not why it wouldn't get made these days. It wouldn't get made these days because of the reason she's out for revenge.
Yes, because her husband gets murdered and she gets whapped.
Yeah.
And she's out for revenge, so she gets a gun. She hits a bounty hunter to teach her how to use the gun.
Yeah.
So, but Raquel Wilson, and then you've got that one, Outlaws and Angels. That's got Chad Michael Murray, Francesca Eastwood, and Luke Wilson. So, some good ones. And this one here, I don't even know if it's actually meant to be in a foreign language or not. Acquasante Joe. And I haven't heard of any of the actors in it, so I'm assuming it's a dubbed Italian Western. And then I picked up a couple of other odds and ends. Alien Species, still wrapped. So somebody's obviously got it, thought, nah, not for me, point.
It's not the Alien movie I wanted.
It's not, I know, it's not the Alien movie I wanted. So Alien Species, and I don't even know who's in this. 5 miles below the surface of the planet, a new fear is born. So
I love
probably a cross between Species
and
Alien. It'll be a cross between Species and the Alien.
I was just going to say that Species font reminds me of like the actual Species film font.
That's what I was thinking when I saw it.
Yeah.
Then Bruce Willis, David Morse. 16
I like David Morse.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, we saw that.
Yeah.
Ian recommended that.
That's where when I heard about it. When I saw it, I thought, I've heard about that one, and I didn't realize it was.
It is really good. You'll enjoy that.
And I had to pick up a couple of extras because at 28, and the woman says, pick up 2 more and you'll get them for a bit.
Oh my God.
So I picked up this one. Logan Lucky.
I haven't seen that. I've seen the ads for it, but I haven't seen it.
Channing Tatum, Adam Driver, Seth MacFarlane, Hilary Swank, and Daniel Craig. It just looks weird as hell. So I walked past that one because it just looks weird. So I left it, and then when she says, you've only got 28 discs. If you take an R2, you get them at a better price. So I took an R2, and that was one of them, which I thought was weird. Then I picked up a Billy Connolly one, The Man Who Sued God. I must admit, I can appreciate this one because when Maruf went over and they says, oh, it was an act of God, who do we sue then? So I picked that one up. And these ones here are 4 of the better ones. There is that one there, Where Are the Wild Things? A fantasy one. Where the Wild Things Are. A must-see for all ages. It's a fantasy one, so I thought I'd pick that one up.
I remember the original children's book. That was just so
I used to read
cherished.
it to my kids all the time.
Yep.
And I finally got a copy
Oh, nice. Well done. Welcome to the club. Yeah.
But it's a musical, PJ.
It is. It's a weird musical. It's got Tim Curry, but apart from all that, it's a fun movie.
Yeah,
it's a fun movie. And then I picked up this one. Because it was actually one about a transvestite. You know what I mean? I picked up that one. When God Created Women, Bridget Bardot.
I've not seen that.
No.
I've not. Well, I saw it years and years and years ago.
Isn't that another one of these? Is that a cave?
And God created women, but the devil invented Bridget Bardot.
Isn't that another one of these ones?
Oh my God!
Great tagline: When God created women, the devil invented Bridget Bardot.
Isn't that another one of the ones that was when there was that spate of caveman movies? Is that a caveman movie?
No. This is basically it's just this is all about her journey.
Oh, well, no. It's just there was something about that picture. Looked like she was sort of supposed to be in skins or something. I thought it might be another one of those.
No. And I picked this one up, which is technically a kids one, but it's a kids one from my childhood. And one or two of you will have absolutely zero ideas who this is. Jordan and the Wheelies.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
What is it, a hedgehog?
No, the wheelies are wee things on three wheels. And then Charlton is almost like a big dragon with a weird multicoloured hat before multicoloured became a bad thing.
Yeah.
Charlton and the wheelies. And then you had the witch. What was the witch called?
Was there the witch? Oh.
Fenella. There's Fenella, the bad witch, the evil witch. Just basically, it's one of those kids one that you had all the wee things stoating about in wheels, and Charlton would big dozy dope to come in, and the witch is trying to get her own way, and Charlton, being so lovable, keeps on destroying her plans because of his good-hearted nature. But it's just a stupid kids thing, and it is absolutely fun. Charlton and the Wheelies.
Cool.
And he had a sort of, was it a Brummy accent? Jordan and the Wheelies. Basically, it was fun.
In Pakistan.
No, I know. Basically, a Scottish Pakistani the way I do it. I know. And the big thing is, I got a later Christmas present, and the tag for the Christmas present said, "Merry Christmas, my friend. It's been a pleasure getting to know you this past year. The Joker may be dark, but he always brings a smile to your face. Cheers to you and yours, Roman." Thank you very much, Roman. Look at that. The Joker.
Oh,
the multiverse Joker, the clown.
That is freaking awesome.
Man, McFarlane just makes great stuff.
He does.
Yeah, that is really awesome.
Yeah, it's got the picture in the background as well, so he can that'll beside my Frankenstein one, my Superman one, and my Flash one. I've got the wee. So, thank you very much. I am over the moon with this one.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. And I'll be taking him out of the box, and he will be up there.
Right on.
Right there, so he will.
Excellent.
I know the good ones, because he's getting moved. Al Pacino's getting moved for it.
Oh, is he?
Al Pacino's getting moved over to there.
You're gonna move me? You're gonna move me? I'm gonna move you,
my little friend.
I have the counterpart to that figure here.
You got the Batman one.
I've got it's the Joker, because that's the clown.
That's
the
Joker, because it says the Joker. It says the Joker 3 or 3 Jokers. It says
there are the 3 Jokers.
Other ones for the Joker series. But I noticed in the back you've got. Look at that one.
That's Dr. Fate.
It looks a cool one as well.
But PJ, my question is: the Joker is that Joker pregnant?
Not yet, but I'll actually speak to the Wolfman. He's like a dog in heat, so yeah. So I've not had them speak yet, so you never know by next week. But superb, thank you very much, Roman. That is really, really nice. Thank you. I was over the moon with you. My wife was saying, "Yeah, it's as if you've never had a Christmas present before."
I'm glad you like it, man.
Thank you very much. So that was my pick of the week. I had to actually. I'm sitting there thinking, I don't need another one. I says, but if I actually do that, I'll probably talk about that the whole night. I'll get ones that just would lead up to it. And nobody will notice the crap I've got if I've got this at the end of it.
Okay, good news. You're 2 away from 600. So we're good here tonight.
So come on,
Thank
boys
you.
and girls, lads and
Thank you
lasses.
for subscribing. Whoever subscribed.
He's an artist.
Well, one of them was me because I've got a different account on my phone.
That's your backup account. We don't call them a different account. It's your backup account.
Okay,
Yeah.
Just in case. It's a backup account. Don't say you've got 2 accounts, but I don't. Anyway, thank you very much, Roman. That is absolutely super duper duper.
Right on.
So thank you. So
I've got
some really good stuff there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that. The Hydra Stomper.
That thing is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
It's
one,
so
that's what I'm
heavy.
saying. I'm never a big fan of the Iron Man suit. But as soon as I saw that, my jaw just went, I want that. No. And then I'll need to go and look.
Like I said, it was on sale because it's been kind of in the more pricey area, but it was on sale for $33. And I was like, I can't not buy it for $33. I feel morally obligated.
And you tell your wife you're saving money because however much it's on sale, that's how much you're saving her because you're going to buy it eventually. So you might as well buy it at a cheaper price.
No, exactly. So it's a funny semi-related story. So I bought a new thing.
Take care, Miranda.
Amazon. Oh,
Take care, Miranda.
Oh, take care, Miranda. Thanks for hanging out.
Shut up.
I've been talking about buying more and more music stuff for the upcoming year. We're planning on doing recording. So Matt, the drummer, wanted me to get a new interface because he needed more inputs. I was like, all right, fine, you're a dick. I'll buy one. So the one I wanted was on sale for almost half off. And I was like,
wow,
perfect. It actually has 8 inputs instead of just 4. So I was like, this is perfect. This is good to go. And then Amazon lost it. And I was like, you bastards. And so I'm like, and then I look, and of course the price, if they say, well, you can cancel it and reorder. If I cancel and reorder, now it's back up to its original price. I'm like, bro. So I called a very nice man in India, and he's like, "Oh, I would help you," and he did. So he just reordered it for me at the price that I ordered. So I actually have the thing. It's not really an exciting, pick of the week item.
Sometimes you get good customer service no matter what.
Yeah, he was good to go. I'm like, well, what happens if the other one shows up? He's like, just send it back. I'm like, okay, fine, easy.
Never showed up. Honest.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. We have a picture of it on your front porch. That's not my front porch. It's all the same pictures from wherever we delivered everything else. You're holding the box, sir. That's not me.
Who are you talking to? You're not talking to me.
It's not my bag, baby. It's not my bag.
It's not mine.
Yeah. And then we've got the Darth from Wednesday, and we got the Stingray. And the lightsabers. I can't actually.
That's a real solid pick of the week.
It was
a good one,
very good.
Definitely a good one.
Colin, you let us down.
Bring anything forward in time from 1356 to show us?
He was going to show me his bow, but he told me where he would stick it, and I said, never bother.
The bow's over 6 foot long. It's the arrows that are the problem.
That's why I said never bother.
Remember, an archer.
The bow's that long he could get me from his house.
Remember, an archer only needs 3 inches.
You tell all the girls that.
Oh my!
Just keep telling them.
I get 3 inches of metal arrowhead anywhere inside you, especially if it's been stuck in the ground for the last 10 minutes, and you're not going to be a happy bunny if you survive it.
I'm not happy now, so.
All I can see is.
And I love that hoodie.
Roman
really
is cool. Spell.
I actually have no idea what that means.
Red
Red Dwarf.
Oh, that's why I don't know what it means. Okay. All right.
It's because it's got the split as if it's ACDC. You're
Yeah.
going, who's SMEG?
Yeah, I'm like, in my head, I'm putting together words and none of them are appropriate for the
It
air.
does
So
have an
like,
ACDC vibe to it. Yeah.
No, that's your homework. Watch Red Dwarf.
I know. I there's only so many hours. I have so many things I'm supposed to watch. I'm neglecting Star Trek 6 right now because I need to
You
watch
only
that
have to
before
take
Tuesday.
30 minutes of your
Yeah.
life to watch one episode.
I know, but you'd be amazed. It's how much because I don't really. It's there's a lot. There's a lot going on in the world of the Empire. I'm supposed to be practicing music as well, and I'm neglecting that because we got to record. But Matt, the drummer's in Vegas, so I have some time. I guess I don't know. We'll see how it all goes.
Well, I've actually got 1 or 2 or 17 folders downloaded to watch things like Clash of the Titans, the 3 movies. I've got Ghost in the Shell, the movies, the TV show, the Japanese ones.
There's only one good Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, I know the first one, but there's also
Boobo
an
the
animated one as well. I like to remake just because they actually were going through the box and they picked up the owl and goes, "What's that, Arkham? I don't know anything." They just
that was fun.
At least it was a wee nod to the original movie. I thought that was quite a nice wee nod.
I didn't dislike the remake.
Silver Surfer as well. I've got that to watch. The Tomorrow People. It has got the new and the old, but I'll not watch the new stuff. This new stuff is crap.
Which new stuff?
Animation.
Don't forget, you got the 70s series, the 90s series, and the American Joke.
The American Joke I'll get rid of because the movies, I've got the movies, which there's 2. There's the Berlin Decision and that's Time Cop. Wrong folder.
I was going to say, yeah.
I like Time Cop. That's a good movie. I hate Jean-Claude Van Damme, but I love that movie.
Yeah, I've got the 1997 documentary about it. About the Tomorrow People, the 1992 and 95, the 1973 and 79. So I've got those 2, and I've got the 2013 to 14, which is crap. Even I remember that was bad. But I've picked up a load: Silver Surfer, X-Men, the Incredible Hulk, most of Marvel stuff. I've got a lot to do me this year. I should hopefully get through it in the next month.
Can I ask a question? This is one of my favorite comic book characters ever, and unfortunately, I didn't really take the time to get into the full DC and Marvel universe stuff. As much as I'm really interested in it, it's just time really and stuff going on at the time. But I love Lobo, and I collected some of the comics when those were coming out. Mm-hmm. And I'd love to know if there's a Lobo, if they ever did a Lobo figure on the vein of the ones that let me
find yes, because McFarlane made a Lobo.
Oh, I love Lobo.
So hang on, give me. I'm gonna look like I'm just staring at the camera. I'm trying to find the thing. So give me a second.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if it's available.
It's there
at the moment, but
there's a McFarlane Lobo.
Cool one to get.
Did you find it, Peter?
I think so. I think that's it there. The McFarlane Lobo, McFarlane Toys, Blister Toys, action figures and collectibles. Aye.
Yeah, it's got to be it.
I'm just seeing if it's actually on. Yeah, it's there. Hold on. Stupid bloody pop.
I just never see him in any of the major store displays because he's not as popular or well known. It seems
that's a good looking figure.
It's such a great character.
$18 on Amazon right now.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's that one I like. Yeah.
You got the one? Yeah, that's exactly the one.
Yeah. That's
so
cool.
This website, no, but it's basically it is out. The multiverse, the same, basically, same range.
Yeah, same company. So
yeah,
DC they also have a and I'll look on eBay real fast because do you remember the JLU when?
Yeah, Justice League of America.
They have that figure too.
Okay.
Look at that one.
Bite me, yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, man, that's great. They do such good work with these figures.
They do. That is really awesome. I like that.
And it just.
Yeah.
And it's very posable as well.
Yeah, he looks cool. I would probably have to get 2 of those and take one out of the box and just have him posed on my desk because he is cool.
Yeah. It is a great figure.
Here we go. Holy shit, he's $200, so I'm not going to buy it for you, Wen, but
Oh,
Here,
thanks for thinking about it, though.
I'm going to share the link in the chat, though.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, it's one of those like things on my wish list that I'd love to pick up eventually.
Okay, it's in the. I put it in the private chat,
really
PJ.
cool.
It looks like a big scroll of stuff, but it's just that's the
got him.
The one from back in the day.
Oh, yeah, I love that one. That to me is the cartoon logo. I remember.
Right, he's a cool looking figure, but he's a lot of money. And I have several of those figures.
Yeah.
$284.
Right, that's a lot.
that one, that is cool. That is cool, but I like the other one better.
The McFarlane one is better.
I would be cool to get that one.
The comic book version.
He's more the comic book version, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, which is cool.
Because
now that I realize he's not that much, I might actually have to order that, and that's not going to make anybody happy because I have a bunch of Batman figures on order. We won't tell anyone though. This is just between us, right?
Honest, Gov. But yeah, that's an
Thanks for that, Roman. Yeah,
that's.
Let me just bookmark that for.
I'm just actually looking for where's McFarlane's. Because I'm going to actually just have to go into the McFarlane stuff. There's McFarlane's toy store, so it may actually get it better. $19 accordingly for that 7-inch figure. When that's in the McFarlane Toy Store US.
Yeah, Amazon usually gives you better pricing, and if you free shipping. So that's unless you're going to the UK.
Exactly.
Not free shipping. It's at least but it's not terrible. Shipping to the UK is actually not as bad as I thought.
So, what's that link? PJ,
the chat is the link for the eBay.
That was the link for the eBay and the thing, but I'm actually looking just at the McFarlane toys. So McFarlaneToyStore.com.
Okay.
All one word.
And then you've
got the Lobo 7 figures. That's just the Lobo one, but that's the US one. I'll put it in this private chat. Right, it's there.
I see McFarlane Toys.
Okay, that's the one for Amazon. I know. What figure? What was the question?
What figure you ordered? I don't know.
I didn't order any of these, Jacob. These are ones we're just looking at. I can show you the one I've ordered. I mean, it's kind of fun. Let me see here.
Right, I'm looking for McFarlane Toys, and there's a Lobo on Amazon. So I found it. 18. That's the US thing. So if I copy that,
so it's going to be a little bit different, but
if I go to the UK one, so I'll go to my Amazon.
Wow, these figures are really incredible. Whoa. Yeah, you could just hear your bank account emptying, basically, looking at them.
I know, right? It seems unfair because it's unfair.
I
can't see the Lobo figure. I must admit there.
Yeah, I don't know if he came out in a limited edition or if they've just stopped making him or what's going on with it.
Well, it looks like they're basically just all this McFarlane stuff is there's a lot, but no Lobo.
On the McFarlane store?
No, on Amazon.
Yeah, it's weird.
McFarlane Toys Lobo.
For that.
I just love his sense of humor. He's so funny, Lobo. I love him.
Oh, there he's there. £17.82 on Amazon.
US or UK?
I've put it into Amazon UK, so.
Oh.
Here's the link in the chat.
Hold on. Oh, you absolute legend. Thank you.
That's a UK
Thanks
one.
As well. I found that deeply funded as well.
Here, I'm going to show you the Batman that McFarlane forced me to buy yesterday.
Right, so that's the one. That's the UK one there. So,
oh my God.
Nice.
And there's the price there, £17.82.
They all kind of balance out, right? As far as
that's a lot less than some of the other ones.
It's a lot less than some of them, but yes,
that's a really good looking figure. Like I said, I think I need to buy it now.
Yeah,
I have 2 Batman figures on order and an album that I wasn't going to order yesterday, but then I saw it was still within the 20-something range, so I was like, all right. I'm weak. I'm a weak man. I have the weakness. We need to get Father Miller on.
I was once a week man. Once a week is enough for any man.
It happened again. There must be the storm must be pretty heavy because the lights keep flickering out here like I'm on a freaking submarine.
Jacob,
well, every so often I hear things getting thrown across the back, so I'm scared to go out and see what the state is.
Oh, that's you. Yeah, you get like weather. This is, I mean, for us, this is weather. I mean, the storms up north have actually been very bad. There's a lot of flooding because California, you'll find out, is a stupid state that actually doesn't take care of its infrastructure. So things flood that don't need to be flooding. Yeah, it's just raining like a bastard out right now. It doesn't say anything about electrical storms. That doesn't mean it won't go out anyway. But anyway, I digress.
Right, you were going to show us what one you've got.
Oh, I put it in the chat. That's in the private. I can't like share. I can try to share, but I never know how that's going to go.
No, the logo. Anytime I click on it,
the one at the bottom of the private chat is the Batman.
All right, that's Sarah. I'm actually the one I was clicking on. Believe it or not, was the one I sent.
Oh.
I just did a thing, just so you know. Next Saturday, I might have something to show. Let's see.
You've wondered it, haven't you?
I wonder. So wonder.
You do realise Darren's in the chat, don't you?
Yeah.
So that's
sorry,
Babes. Just kind of a classic look to it. I really like the blue.
I really like that.
It's good.
Many of the blue Batman figures anymore. Usually it's all black. So this is just a real nice change up, almost a 1970s looking Batman. It's a cool looking suit.
That is a cool figure. Yeah.
I tell you what, though, given what I've been watching recently, is that Batman a Nietzschean? He's got the Nietzschean.
He's basically, if you've not watched Andromeda, you have no idea. It's to do with his spines. It's to do with his spines down the arm. Nietzscheans have got 3 spines coming out like that. So if they've not watched that,
it's not my fault if they've got no taste and then they haven't watched Andromeda.
I know it's not your fault. You basically, that's what I'm saying. Those classic guys have to actually put up with these younger people.
I know.
Was Andromeda? Who was in Andromeda?
Kevin Sorbo.
It was the one with Kevin Sorbo. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was the same one I was thinking of.
It's the one with.
That one.
It is, I think, the only show I've ever seen when one of the characters actually gets around and says, "Your has the line of your engine is in lust with your starship."
Because the starship had an avatar, which was called Romy, and she was played by
Lexa Doig.
And she played the voice of the avatar, the holographic avatar, and the android avatar. Yep. So they combined it because it was a ship's and holographic avatar, and then they created an android avatar. And she basically did the voicing of everything, and obviously she did the acting of them as well. But they actually combined them quite well, so it worked.
They did, yeah. But and actually, about the 3rd episode from the end of the 1st season, they have another avatar turns up, which just happens to be played by the chap she ended up marrying. A young man, a chap by the name of Michael. Shit, my brain's completely frozen.
No, that's a good name for a person.
Yes.
Michael, shit for brains.
Yeah. It went on to star in it. Yeah, Michael Shanks.
Regularly.
Well, I got the first syllable right. Yeah, Michael Shanks. But she's actually married to Michael Shanks.
I need to actually watch what I'm doing because I'm on the McFarlane store at the moment and I'm trying to find
click. Did you see the Dead Man, PJ?
Not yet. I've been looking through. So Dead Man. Let's have a look at Dead Man.
Yeah, the new Dead Man figure is really cool looking, and it's a character you don't see a whole lot.
Look at that right? Polka Dot Man. Dead Man. Where is it? 23 results. Polka Dot Man. It's just got anything with man. Bizarro. Oh, look at that Bizarro.
Yeah, I've got the Bizarro figure.
The Bizarro looks great, and there's also a Batman v Flash Earth 52 one, which is almost like 2 Flashes. And then there's a Superman v Flash DC battle statues, the 2 of them racing. Oh my God! See the prices. I'm glad they're actually in the States and I can't actually buy them. But it's not coming up with the Dead Man.
What? Oh goodness!
Hold on, let's see again.
See, it's things like this that are going to bring the situation to a head.
Yeah. What?
Hang on.
There's Batman. DC Rebirth.
Everyone needs to forgive us while we look at action figures.
Yes.
No. There's no forgiveness required there.
No, we can all look at them.
Action figures are always good to be talking about.
Oh, look, there's the Batman and Robin DC Retro Unmasked, the bundle. 2 6-inch figures of Bruce Ward and I mean, look at that. How cool is that? It's sold out, unfortunately. There's a surprise. Look at that. It's already sold out. No wonder.
Oh, here it is. It's a Target.
That's a really, yeah.
Did you find it?
That's pretty.
No,
cool.
it was the Batman and Robin.
I'll put the link down for. I'll send the link.
That's cool.
I went into the McFarlane.
I'm trying not to click on.
You're right, Colin. It's when you get the bug, it's an illness basically,
yes, it is.
and you instantly become broke.
No,
Yeah.
that looks better. That looks better than the. That almost looks like the Dungeons and Dragons villain.
What does? Where?
Have you seen the trailer for Dungeons and Dragons?
I haven't actually. No.
That thing is cool.
And it just look at that.
Yeah. That thing
I
is
haven't
really cool.
actually. I have seen apparently that apparently Dungeons and Dragons isn't as dead as we thought it was about to become.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons have kicked himself in the nuts. So they have.
I haven't actually. From some of the headlines I'm seeing, it looks as if maybe they've
They're backtracked, but they're backtracked saying it was used actually misinterpreting it. But in effect, they said we didn't say that. Well, according to the leaked rumor, it was actually documents from inside, and you said this. It's just you get caught, and now you're having to backtrack because it's basically hurt their brand. Their brand has been hit bad. That is a cool figure.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's funny, see, when I went into McFarlane's, right, there's the website for the McFarlane's, right? And if I put in Deadman.
It might be because it's a Target exclusive that it's not showing up on the McFarlane.
So it's just not showing up at all. So zero at
I hate exclusive figures though. It drives me insane where they'll do a Walmart or they'll do a Target. And it's just a real pain in the ass for, guys like me. Because I go to Target a fair amount, but they rarely have their no shit exclusive figures at the store. So and I never go to Walmart. And so if it's a Walmart exclusive, like
$20, I wouldn't mind actually. But yeah,
the Green Lantern figure was a Walmart exclusive, but they never had it. So I had to end up buying it on eBay for a lot more than it would have been if I'd been able to find it on pre-order at the exclusive thing. That's a nightmare. Collecting
a lot of the Doctor Who figures as well that were coming out recently. I mean, they were ending up with B&M bargains, and we're lucky enough to have one pretty near to us, but we don't. It's kind of like not connected to the main shopping area, so it's sort of a separate building. So we don't really go in there very often. And then a lot of times you go in there and it's a bit hit and miss whether or not we're going to actually have it. That's cool.
And it just with a stand, it just looks amazing, doesn't it?
That is cool. It's like the comic,
But look at that.
Look for the Batman who laughed.
Oh, the animated.
I actually have that behind me, Melvin. Deeply.
The Batman, the animated series, that is just a cool with the stands. That stand alone just makes that pop.
Does, yeah.
Because you've got the lightning behind them as well. Look.
Yeah, that's excellent.
The way his cape is and everything. Yeah, that's really cool.
Superb.
Yeah, they did a couple, McFarlane did a couple of the JLU style figures. They've got that one. They've got Superman. They have the Flash, and they have the Green Lantern.
Aquaman. They've got Aquaman there as well.
What's
from the JLU style?
What?
Because I don't have any of those.
The DC Multiverse built a figure Action Man figure. Sorry, Aquaman.
Oh, okay.
Blonde haired Aquaman, short blonde hair.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's new. That's a new Aquaman. That's from War. Is the comic book. I'm not a big fan of that head though.
I know it just looks weird as hell. Look at it.
Yeah, it's just him yelling.
God, what's with the haircut?
Little rough looking. Actually, I like the Aquaman that I picked up.
Are we sure that's not? We sure that's not the bad guy from Avatar? He's got the face haircut, hasn't he?
Victor Freeze. I like that figure as well.
Oh, what's the JLU? Justice League Unlimited, Colin. It was so you had the original Justice League cartoon that Bruce Timm did, and then the follow-up was Justice League Unlimited, which expanded the hero base from the core 7 that were in the Justice League to all the other characters, bringing in Green Lantern, Stargirl, Question, all those
I know the JSA was the original. I think the ones they were actually starting to refer to at one point in Legends of Tomorrow, because the I always remember is the JSA was the Silver Age ones that had magic.
Yeah, Justice Society, and that had Dr. Fate, and
was the other way around, which had Hal Jordan.
JSA had Alan Scott.
Yeah. The Green Lantern, who's actually magic powered right now, and so that was the 40s, I think, wasn't it? Is it the gold? I can never remember which is the golden era and which is the silver era.
I forgot he was in the Batman 66, and it looks so like him. Wait, you see this?
Oh, he was. Oh, yeah. Arnie.
Oh, wow. Vincent Price.
Vincent Price. That is a really good molding face, isn't it?
That's a pretty
as soon
good
as I saw it, I thought, my God, that is a superb Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Oh, that is, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And it just $20 at your end. God knows how much it would be over here. I'll need to actually check into it. That's definitely going on my list.
Cool. Anyway, I want to share something.
On that note, guys, I'm going to have to go ahead and roll out because Mrs. of the Empire is hungry, and then she gets grumpy, and then she gets knifey and stabby. So we're going to try to avoid that.
Hey, if you've been on the same training course as mine.
There may be a club.
I think the Women of the World Club.
If you don't feed me soon, I'm going to kill you. Okay, got it. So I'm going to go get lunch for Mrs. of the Empire.
And wish you a happy
birthday for having me. This was a lot of fun. We got some cool nerd on today. It was good.
Yeah.
Everybody's pick of the week was really good. I mean, Colin, of course, he's got his bow that he keeps hidden because 3 inches enough. It's fine. We're all good. But I will see you guys next week on
Did you
Tuesday.
Sorry, before you go, did you see the Jacob Ironside's painting he's waiting on? I don't know if you've seen it already.
No, I don't know that I have. No, I haven't seen that.
Nice.
Wow. Oh, dude, that's great.
He's waiting.
Wow, that is really cool.
Into just
nice.
Very well done. Sorry for interrupting you, because I knew if you were going, basically you would have wanted to see it.
Oh, no, that's lovely. Man,
and it just
is so talented.
That is amazing, dude. Really nice.
Super duper. Thanks for sharing it. That is absolutely
awesome. So anyway, I'm on with Jacob on Tuesday night at 5 Pacific Standard. We will be doing Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country. Hey, to be or not to be, no one gets it. Anyway, so we're going to be doing that.
Better than the original Klingon.
I disagree. It was not better than the original Klingon. And I'm sorry, I can't take seriously a Klingon bad guy who I expect to be singing Edelweiss at me. I'm sorry, I just can't take it seriously.
Well, there are also a lot of British Klingons in Star Trek 6, which was something I hadn't expected, but there they are, all of them. Must have been
English always do the best bad guys.
A strange colony. And then Thursday on my channel, 5 Pacific Standard, we're going to be doing Groundbreaking Comics Part 2. So we'll be looking at Kingdom Come, The Ultimates, and just a slew of other books. It was a really fun conversation last time, so that's why we're revisiting with books we didn't talk about. So we're going to be doing that again this week. So anyway, thanks for having me on, guys. You guys have a great day, and I will see you around the interwebs.
Thank you, Roman.
Take care, Roman.
Later.
And then there was 4.
Well, I've got something
Alec,
to share with you. Sorry to interrupt.
Alec was, you had something to share.
I've been on Big Chief.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
And
And
as long as you didn't do it, I didn't know to Big Chief and Bottlewood. I'm waiting for 3 things coming. My Laurel, my Hardy, my Ash for Evil Dead, and I'm waiting for the second set from my Dad's Army bobbleheads, because I've got Mannering, Jones, Pike, and Wilson. I'm waiting for Godfrey. I can't even remember the other ones I'm waiting on.
Godfrey,
Fraser,
Fraser.
and I can't remember the third one.
Spiv, wasn't it?
It was a Spiv, The Master, I've seen that one. That's been on. I was looking at that one the last
that
time.
is so gorgeous.
The Gardens one is superb.
It is, yeah. We saw that one.
We saw that the last time. We spent nearly a stream going through them all, didn't we?
Oh my god, that one is drool worthy. Yeah, it is him. It's just him. It's just everything. They've just nailed it. Yeah. They've absolutely nailed it.
Even with a cigar.
Even the detail in his goatee, like the white, against the black. It's just superb.
He is the master.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the one thing I'll be scared of is the doll.
Yeah, that creepy doll. That thing was.
That comes alive with stuff.
That thing was nightmare fuel.
Well, all I can say is that if I had the money, I would definitely get that.
Yeah, I mean that would be so amazing. Oh,
you need to get him and Kirby, and the both of them have the swords.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. That would be.
Yeah, we went to one day and just basically look at this one, but look at this one. They had so many good stuff, but the problem is it's the cost and the weight. I purchased the 2 of them in February last year, and the Ash for Evil Dead was meant to be released in February, and it's still it's still in processing. And they said it should have been at the third part of the year. That came and went, and I've checked them again, and I'm still waiting for a reply. So none of my figures are right. 2 of them I've paid in full. 1 of them I've paid partly, and I've still got the rest of the money sitting there because £500 is a lot to pay.
Big Chief must be way behind at the moment.
Yeah, they must be, because I think Big Chief will stop buying there because of the weight. I might pay a wee bit extra when you're purchasing things from different stores, which are obviously getting them from the same maker, as it were. But they consider the time frame. I mean, that was what, £800 I paid. I ordered £800 worth, but I paid £400, and I'm still waiting for most of it.
I want my money back.
That's the thing. If I take my money back because I cancel my order, I lose £30 in one and £60 in another cancellation fee. So exactly, so that's £90.
That's why I would. That's why I'm going to. Sorry, no. If I'm going to buy something from you, I'll pay you when you dispatch it.
Yeah,
when it's ready for dispatch. You know.
Yeah. So I basically for the last time, I do love a lot of them, but I think if I'm getting anything, I'm going to actually go for ones that actually have got it in stock ready to dispatch. Even if it costs a wee bit more, it's easier that way.
Yeah.
So it's just a shame, but I think the McFarlane ones, I have got a few McFarlane ones, obviously. I've got the Superman up there and I've got the Flash as well. I mean, the Joker's going to get taken out of the box and put up as well. And I think what I'm going to do is get a few more McFarlane ones, so they're just so cool, the figures.
I know. I feel incredibly guilty, but I don't in another way, because it's Lobo, and it's just like I have a pile of comics that survived in my storage unit in New York for almost 15 years.
Wow.
And then managed to get them over here, thank God. And but I've never seen or had a Lobo figure before, and I just love the heck out of that comic. I just had so much fun reading that.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. It's the same as like my Ash. Like I remember I was showing the guys that I've got the big Ash figure there, right? And I've also got a big Ash figure there. That's the two Ash figures I've got. Up there is the film cells from Ash v the Evil Dead. And I did find where that one I was talking about is there at Sale It. There's the big Ash figure picture there.
Mm.
So I've got Ash, but see these two here? They were sold by a friend. Go down a bit. That one there and that one over there. That was the one my friend sold, the two of them. And that's when I was going through, and then I saw the Big Chief one. Truthfully, I would have rather taken the money I'd paid for a Big Chief one and bought a couple more of his figures. And that's just the way it went. So it's horses for courses. He had some great figures. And I didn't have the cash after I'd bought spent the money put aside for the other ones. So it was a case of what can I do? But a Comic-Con coming up in March, I believe. So I'm going to go to that and see what I can get there. So start saving now. I might have 10p to go to the Comic-Con with. But what I'll do is to make sure I've actually got a bag with me. I've got a tool bag, which is almost the right shape. I'll just take that out and I'll just wear a black shirt with a wee bit in my hat, and I'll just walk in at that with the cross and stuff like that. Do the Exorcist theme tune on my phone. Yeah, I mean, so, and then an easy outfit. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Comic-Con coming up. So, any plans for this coming week? Watching, doing?
Well, I have a cheeky long weekend, but mostly just back to work. And I'm just kind of just roaming around Amazon Prime free stuff and watching the heck out of any found footage type horror stuff that I can find. Tomorrow, we are going to be showing on the B Movie Cinema Show a very sort of schlocky old classic black and white horror movie called The Horrors of Spider Island, I think it is. And it just looks so bad that it's either going to be bad or so bad it's good. I haven't seen it yet.
I think the ones that are so bad, they're corny, they're cringeworthy.
Oh, it just looks like it's going to be a good laugh. Yeah, it's going to be really fun. We're resuming B Movie Cinema Show with live, sort of, not live, but like actual us talking about it. Now that Mr. Hyde's got a new PC set up because his PC died, which is why we haven't been doing the pre-records talking about the films. We've just been showing the films and then chatting about them in the chat. But I think 5th of Feb, we should be good to go with actually recording some commentary with those. So that's going to be fun. But that's about it, really.
Right, that's true. Roman did a great video with getting into more detail.
I watched it. It's so good. Yeah, it's really good.
Mm-hmm. He's got some great figures in there. Makes mine look as if it's poultry because I've got miscellaneous bits and pieces, but figures-wise, got nowhere near a fraction of what he's got.
I want that McCready, Roman, just saying. Please bequeath that to me in your will because I need that McCready figure. That is so cool.
Basically, that's what I was looking at. Roman's. I'm saying he's got a hell of a lot of figures. I've got some figures up the top. I got a lot of these type of figures, these type of figures here, which are the Eagle Moss. I've got 6 of these stands full. I've got obviously bits and pieces of miscellaneous Doctor Who ones here and here and here, but all my figures together are just different sizes, different makes. When it comes to McFarlane stuff, Roman's got a really nice collection of them.
Not that I'm obsessing at all, but that McCready figure even has the hat. It has the hat that basically needed its own credit on the movie credits. That hat, you know the hat I'm talking about.
I don't. I basically but I can imagine it's. What was the movie? Sorry, Constantine. Wait, what was the movie?
Sorry,
what was the movie it's from?
Oh, The Thing.
The hat. The Thing.
The 1980s. The Thing.
Oh, that one. Yeah. I know what you are now.
Yeah, with the hat. That hat is. I tell you, it should have its own billing, its own Twitter account, everything. That's one of those movies that I've watched so many times that I've literally lost count. It's one of those. It's like Predator, Alien, The Thing, the 1981. Those are those films I've literally watched so many times that I can literally recite the script pretty much backwards to forwards. It's just one of those movies I just absolutely love.
Yeah. I'm the same with one or two, like my them. I'm the same.
Yeah.
I still would love to get giant ants, but I've seen a couple of giant ants, but they're no from the movie. They're just giant ants.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same. You want ones that actually look so bad they're good.
It'd be cool if someone designed one like the little diorama where the woman scientist is there and she's like looking over the hill, the dune, and the ant is coming over the dune after her. Yeah.
I want that. Plus, I want a tremor, a graboid coming out.
Yeah.
Or I would love if they did a wee shield with a wee graboid head on it, like they did in Bert's, so I could have it hanging up on the wall. Just a wee
yeah, that would be funny.
That would be great. But
the
people do them. They do they do their own print offs and stuff like that. But that's 3D printing stuff. A couple of my friends have got 3D printers. I could ask them to do it, but it's not quite the same. I want one that actually I'm not paying for somebody to sit and sand down. I want it painted, ready to go. Then you can get ones that you can glue all together and paint them yourself. Can't I? So I want it done. I want to buy one. It's ready to go. But that's just me. But it's the same as I want a Space 1999 communicator and gun. But I can get them, but you have to build them and paint them yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nope. Can't I? So that's why I've not got them to go with my wee teeny.
Somebody out there that'd be willing to do that.
Yeah, because next time I go to Comic-Con, there's a guy that does painting and stuff like that. He was the one that did my my Eagle. You can just my Viper.
Mm-hmm.
He does them and he'll do custom jobs for you. I'll need to organise him getting it organized.
See, I knew. Yeah, there has to be somebody
it's
out
just
there. That
finding someone who will do it, but then with the cost of them plus cost of him doing it, and then
it depends on how much they're going to charge you.
Quite expensive. That's
but it must take a lot of time.
Yeah,
it must take a lot of time.
Right, because you have to build it because you get it in wee ceramic blocks that you have to actually glue together and pin together, and then paint it or sand it down, then paint it and stuff like that. It's.
Mm-hmm.
But I want them to go next to my Judge Dredd gun. So I want the two of them sitting here somewhere. A Space 1999 one. But you know that I'm crying, but I'm going to cry. But this week I'm going to finish Voltron, and I think I'm going to I've got a couple of Gaiju movies to watch. I'm going to start rewatching my Japanese monster movies. Cool. I've got a copy of RRR to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Train to Busan to watch.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Bullet Train as well to watch as well. Oh, I've got a few good movies. I've got Jordan and the Willies to watch. Yeah, and I've got Bridget Bardot to watch. So I've got a lot to watch, and that's just this week. Plus, I've got Chitty Chitty Bang Bang now for Wednesday. Chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang. I love that. I love music.
I don't know what it was with that movie when I was growing up, but every song practically in that, not every single one, but there's certain songs out of it that absolutely embedded in my brain.
Just
And
like
Even one from the child catcher as he's dancing down the street.
Yeah.
They were so good. I mean, when they were pretending to be robot, the toys.
The toy one where she's sort of like dancing and like doing the thing. That tune still pops into my head.
Dick Van Dyke's the Jack in the Box. They were good. That was a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Give me Oliver any day.
Okay, you can have Oliver. We'll have Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah.
But Oliver as well. Yeah, I mean, was a good movie
as well.
Yeah, I've got Oliver as well. So if it's a classic, I'm okay with that. So I've got enough. I've got another pile of DVDs sitting down there. That was just over half. I've got another pile.
Speaking about kaiju movies, Wendy, are you familiar with the giant turtle known as Gamera?
I am indeed, very much so.
Right, there's a show I've got to run by PJ and Colin first, and you're invited also. We're going to do a look into the film Gamera 2, Event of Legion.
Yeah, I don't know much about that. I mean, I can remember watching Gamera back in the day on the 4:30 movie in the States, Gamera, Godzilla and all that, that was like, oh, I love it. I love it all.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not saying anything new though.
Well, the Gamera we're talking about is the Heisei series, and this version we're going to be looking into is what you call the redneck dubbed version. You can never watch it with a straight face again.
Oh God, I can just imagine.
So until we get a date sorted, and that would be like rolling about on the floor.
Oh, that sounds fun. I bet that's really funny.
Yeah, I've got a copy of it, so I didn't you actually watch. I've got the originals as well, so it's just a case of I've got a big pile of stuff to watch as well. So looking forward to it. But
loads of stuff. I have. Darren bought me the. I'm sure I must have shown it on one stream. Was the Creature from the Black Lagoon, all the movie collection. Still have to sit and watch that properly and really, take some time and look at that. And obviously, what you got us as well, Alex. We want to take our time and really enjoy that and look at that. So there's always so much to watch and catch up with.
As well. I'm lucky
Natural. We're watching through the current, the latest release of the Blu-ray, the Doctor Who Blu-ray with. I'm so bad with seasons, but it's Hartnell's. It's the Hartnell set.
How is the quality on that at the moment?
It seems decent to me. Seems really good.
So it looks like it's actually filmed in the studio.
We were really impressed with the way they restored the original footage. It looks really good to us. We're not like.
Because I'm tempted to get that.
It's really good. Yeah, I mean, we just watched one tonight now. That was just amazing.
Yes, that film you Mr. Hyde had on Wednesday, Attack of the Deadly Brox. Was it Tuesday? No, it was Sunday, wasn't it? Deadly Brox.
No, it was. What was that one? Let's have a look. Well, the one tomorrow is the spiders.
You won't catch me there.
Right. There we go. Let's find that one.
So I've got to say about that film, really wooden acting.
Which one was it? There's so many now. I'm just trying to find it.
I'll go quickly.
Oh, The Night the World Exploded.
Yeah,
that's right. The one with the rocks.
I actually didn't hate that one, really. I love the retro, like look at the computers in the background. I just love it. I just love all the retro sci-fi sort of gear. I've watched much worse than that. You know, if you look at that one and then you look at like, you know, the giant Gila monster, it might give you a slightly different take on it. But I thought that was going to be a lot worse than it was, and it was actually pretty fun.
American B movies, you gotta love them.
There is some great. Tell him when he's doing the American B movie of them. Count me in.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's a question of copyright. We try to put ones that are either out of copyright or that don't, you know, that are old enough. But it's not that big of a deal. But
yeah, because
there's a lot.
I've got a couple coming up. I've got the Buster Crab Flash Gordon Conquers the Universe starting on the 23rd of January. So I have on mine.
One of the things is we're going to be doing I'm going to be working on doing some watch parties. So them would be a really good one for a watch party because I think people, I need to sort of research them and see where they're available. Find a central point where people can watch it. I don't know what's going on with them on like Amazon Prime and stuff. There's quite a few that I want to check into and see if they're available for like an Amazon Prime watch party or, you know, something like that where, you know, people can sort of come into the chat and sort of, we can watch it together and talk about it. So I'm kind of working on that and seeing, you know, how that would work best. It's a little tricky because you have to be able to have a central location where the movie is so that everybody can click the link and watch it. And the problem with Prime is that it's obviously not the same in the US and other parts of the world. You have to make sure it's somewhere where it's centrally located where people can watch it simultaneously, because otherwise if you're watching it all on different copies, you get out of sync and then you kind of lose where you are. So there's loads of people that do them and they just do an amazing job with them. So I'm kind of just looking at options with that because there are so many movies like them. One of my favorites is The Day of the Triffids, the original.
Oh, yeah, I love The Day of the Triffids.
I love that film. That's such a great film. So that's another one that would be good for a watch party.
The one that proved the only thing you need to defeat the Triffids is an ice cream van.
Yep, that's right. The Pied Piper right over the cliff. Yeah, that always freaked me out with that movie when I watched that when I was quite young. That really scared the hell out of me, that movie.
I've actually
and then you hear like an ice cream van and you'd be like,
yeah, go and play in the trees. I'm not going in there.
I've read quite a few John Wyndham's books. He's done quite a few of those. They're all quite good.
Cool. Catch up with them.
He did. There was a kids couple of kids TV series of Chucky many years ago now, which they did for ITV, I think. Because he also did the Craig and I think the Craig and Wake's about the only one of his post-apocalyptic one of his I can think of. I don't think it has been made. Because he did the Chrysalids, he did Midwich Cuckoos, which is also known as Village of the Damned, is John Wyndham.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he did. We said Triffids. What else did he do? I can't think off the top of my head, but I know he was quite a prolific writer, and a lot of his were made into TV or films.
Yeah, it might be a fun one to do a stream on as well.
Yeah.
Talking
It's
about his
definitely something. But see, things like that. See, if you've got a movie you want to actually do a stream on, give us it and I can add it to the Wednesday night.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do, we're going to finish up shortly. So Wednesday night we'll do Chitty Chitty Bang Bang on Wednesday night segment. So I'll set that up and send the links out. And next week we'll be back and we'll be doing so much more chatting. And there's Roman stuff. He's obviously and he said, Colin, Alec, you get anything on coming up this week?
Alex said he'll be right back in the private chat.
Not really.
So stepped away from the.
I think I'm going. I'm going to go and spend 45. I'm going to get warm myself up by spending 45 minutes on a certain Caribbean island.
Sounds nice.
See if somebody gets murdered.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect they're quite probably going to do so. Yes, it tends to happen quite regularly.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, enjoy yourself in paradise.
Yeah.
So, have you get anything coming up, Alec?
Well, we've got on the 24th Unplugged number 7, and hopefully, if we can get it sorted, PJ, on the 8th of February, we'll be doing the crossover stream for Captain Scarlet.
See, and the Ghostbusters always told us never to cross the streams.
Yep.
So the world's going to explode.
So hopefully we could be broadcasting live on 2 channels at once.
So let's see how that goes. We're going to organise it tomorrow.
Yep.
But not too late because we've obviously got Mr. Hyde's and Windology.
Yep.
Going to be watching that. So, and that's tomorrow on Mr. Hyde's channel.
Yes, on Mr. Hyde's channel, the B Movie Cinema Show, 8:30. That's going to start UK.
Perfect.
8:30 UK.
Perfect. So we'll finish off there. And remember, boys and girls, lads and lassies, to tune in on Wednesday and next week. And until then, remember, we're not old. We're classic. Myself and the guys, out.